Hi everybody, it's crazy, it's Monday, and it's time for the UPBGE video week. Now, before I get started, I got to make a deep, heartfelt apology to all my fans and my subscribers who actually wait for my videos, and I have to apologize because for the past several weeks, I have been unable to produce my videos to keep y'all up to date, and I do apologize. Things came up. I also got a new system, and if you look at the logo here, the logo has changed a little bit because of the fact that I had to re-download everything and put it on my new computer. So, new fresh start for me. Unfortunately, still don't have the green screen up yet, so y'all don't have to worry about my crazy mug being up there this week. But we left off last week with our little shark game. Um, if we hit play, we can chase after our little fish and see if we can't get more than four. Okay, I got four. I still suck at it. But we got the scoring system done. If when you get to the time when a time runs out, the game says game over, and you got the name of the game, feed the shark at the bottom. So that's the game. That's what we created so far. And what we left off with is we need to have some sound in the game. No game is fun when you ain't got no sound on it. You got to have some music and stuff like that in there. So that's what we're going to work on today. And we're working from, let's see here, this book right here called the Game Engine book. We are up to chapter 2, close towards the end of chapter 2. As you see, this was our scoring system. It was a different one. They had a little bit different, added a little bit different. You get game over right here. It's got to feed the shark right there. But while we were playing the game, your score was over here. It didn't have the time, but you get the feed the shark name right there. We'll probably wind up putting a time in it if you like. You can do that. But of course, you get to the game over. And he only got 16, so he beat me. But we are up to music for your ears. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on today. All right. So I need to switch back to my normal mode here. Give me just a moment. I have to restart it because somehow it messed up. There we go. And we go that one. Now we're set back up. All right, so it says a game is not complete without sound effects. There are 3 sounds under /sound. The ambient sound, which is the water, M4A. The eating fish effect, shark M4A, and the ending sound, game over M4A. This is a farewell set of instructions for this chapter and a prelude for the following chapter, entirely on logic bricks. Speaking of the lack of images, those are sound samples. Feel free to whistle along. Okay. So the ambient sound, okay, how we add that is you get add a sound actuator, okay? So you could put that anywhere, but doesn't say. I'm pretty sure you're gonna put it on what we put everything else on. But if you put it on the camera, it would kind of work too. So you can add a sound actuator. Okay. So let's go down. Oops, hang on. I gotta put you over here to where y'all can see it. See. There we go. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna add a sound actuator. Where's it at? I don't see a sound. Okay, sound does not work on this. Okay, so apparently we're not going to be able to add sound. Oh, there goes sound. There's not a sound actuator. Actuator. Oh, actuator. Oh my god. Yeah. See how bad I'm messing up today? Okay, let's add a sound actuator. Make it loop. I'm going to create the file. We'll go to the file. So we got to go to. Let's see. Got to find the water. So with that one, I actually have to go to the assets. Game final. Oh, there goes sounds. Add the water. Okay, when you add the water, now you can change some stuff. And it's got play stop, and if we don't want play stop, we want loop end. So we go to loop end. Okay, set the volume to 2. Oops, that's 1.1. Let's just hit 2. There we go. Okay, connect it to the always sensor you created to load the UI, which is this one right here. We can just connect it up right there. This will play the ambient sound throughout the whole game in an external loop. Okay, so this will continue to play it no matter what. Okay, eating fish sound. Add a message sensor with subject shark and a sound actuator. So we're going to add a message sensor. Let's go down to message. We put a message sensor there. Its subject is shark. Shark. Hit enter. Okay, and then add a sound actuator. Add a sound actuator again. Boop. And then connect them on up so it has the correct stuff to do stuff. Okay, now we're going to add the Shark MP4 or M4A. Okay, right there. Okay, we're going to hit play end. Okay. Volume to 2. Boop. Yeah, I did put 2. Connect the sensor with the actuator. Every time the fish is eaten, the sound effect will be played. The end game sound. Okay, so let's close that. It says add a message sensor with subject game over. So we add a message sensor. Come down here to messages. And we're going to hit game over. Game over. Okay. And we're going to add a sound actuator. Right. Load the sound file game over. So we come over here. We go to game over. There we go. And of course, we're going to load game over. Play end. We're going to do the play end. And we're going to set the volume to 3 on this one. I guess they want it kind of loud that you got killed or the game is over. But that's cool. Okay, so now you've got it all set up. Okay, there is a catch here. You are sending the game over message not once, but continuously. That would make the game over sound play in loop, which you don't want. You can fix this in this score.blend scene file by sending the message only once, or else you can do it here as follows. You need a Boolean game property that tells you what the status of the game is. When game is false, the game is running. If game over is true, the game is over. When you receive a message with the subject game over, you need to change the value of this property. You do this by connecting the message sensor with a new property actuator, mode assign property game over value true. Okay, so this one's a little bit hard for me because I'm trying to figure out where they want us to put this. So I'm going to go over it one more time. Let's see. You make the game over play in loop, which is what you don't want. You can fix this in the score.blend scene file by sending the message only once. Or else you can do it here as follows. Okay, so we're going to do it the way they say to. So you need a Boolean game property that tells you what the status of the game is when game over is false. The game is running. Game over is true. The game is over. When you receive a message with the subject game over, you need to change the value of this property. Okay. Where we're going to put it. Are we going to put it in the scene.score? Let's see here. Well, we're going to save that as blend 5 or king 5. Okay. Save it. Then we're going to open because it says score.blend. Where's my score? I know I had it. You don't have a score.blend, do we? Oh, we'll have to look at the actual game property of that, and I believe that is. Oops. No, that's where I'm at. Game engine book. No. It was assets. But I have to go back one to book one. Let me see if I can do this right. Game final. Assets. No. Score.blend. There goes the score.blend. So we have to go into score.blend. And it says that we have to create sending the message only once. So that's one of these. Let me know if I'm doing this right or wrong, folks. Just trying to see what we can get here. We only have the 10 minutes, so we might be able to get through this book, maybe. Let's see, action. Okay, here goes the property game over, and it's got true here. Okay, if you see. And it sends the message.game, game over. If game over applies, then it comes to this and says, okay, assign game over to true. Okay, that's message chart, and that's message, that's another game message over, but it's saying that it's false. So if it's false, then the game property is going to set text to 1. That's what it shows, right? Yeah, so the game isn't over yet. So this should work because they actually set it up if you go into the game final. Okay, game final, and then go into the interface and then score. That's the one that's linked. So since that one is done, if you play your game, come back over to your assets and actual assets, and we come over to blend 5. If we hit P, okay, so you want to get it to where I guess we have to put a message that says it's true, because we already got this is already set up. Next, you add a property sensor named game is not over to detect if the game is running. The game over game property is true or false. Set evaluation type to equal property to game over and value is as false. Connect this sensor to the AND controller of the game over sound actuator. So that would be this one. That's the game over sound actuator. Okay, so connect this sensor to, so we have to add a property sensor. So let's add a property sensor. A property sensor named game is not over. Oh, we got to add a property, game property. Okay. The game is not over. To detect if the game is running, if the game over property is true or false, set evaluation type to equal property to game over and value to set as false. So I must have did something wrong. Game is not over. I didn't do that right. Sorry about that. Okay, so it says add a property sensor name property sensor. What's this one right here? So we don't want that. That one's going to be the game is not over. Set evaluation type to equal property to game over and set value as. Okay, so we need to have the game over, but we don't have a message though. Can I put that one as game over? think I'm doing this wrong, but hopefully, if you have a little bit better luck than that, no, than I do, then let me know. Because we're just playing by ear here. Okay, so we're gonna connect that to connect a sensor to the AND controller of your game. So we want it here because it's gotta be game over, and it's gotta say game over. It's gonna play the try to. It's gonna say, "Hey, the game's over," and then it's gonna say, "Are you sure the game's over?" If this turns true, or if it turns false, then it won't play the sound, or it will play the sound. Oh, hang on. Actuator, right. Optionally, you can also link this sensor to the AND controller of the eating fish sound actuator. This will make the sound effect stop after the game is over. So we can connect this one also to, I believe it's this one. Is that the eat fish? Yeah. Okay, so it's best to name your sounds. Sharp sound. There we go. Okay. That let me know it's shark, and that one right there will let me know that it's game over. Sound. Sounds. Okay, that makes some sense. Okay. There we go. And this is our original water, so it's background sound. Round sound. Okay. So that way we know which one's this. Background, that's shark, and that's game over. So it should work right now, hopefully. Okay, let's see. This will make the sound effect stop after the game is over. The ambient sound should still play, thus there is no end to connect the game is not over sensor with the AND control of the ambient sound. The final logic bricks can be seen in 3-5. Okay, so he's got to go into the empty. So I should have all that on the empty, huh? Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna have it on the camera. Let's hit shift and the camera at the same time. So I need to create with the always sensor. Got the game over, so I need to, yeah, we need to add a game property to this one. So let's take out this property. Oh, actually, no, hang on. Let's put that back. We got to add stuff to this one, is what it was. Right. Yeah, we need a message here. Message. We need message and two properties. Or a property, two messages and a property. So we need a property and one more message. Okay, let's scroll this up so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so in the message, we're going to put game over. Game over. Enter, that's that one. He's got SG game over. That's what we're going to put up there for now. I don't know what that is. Okay, so the property is going to be equal to game over, which we need to create one. Let's see, add a game property called game over. Game over. Now that should have it. No, it's not doing it. Let's just do the empty now. There we go. Add a game property. There we go. Game over. Okay, we're gonna put sound, so we got the ambient sound and all that. Let's see, so we'll put our sound. We're gonna transfer everything over here, so we need our three sounds, two sounds. We need two sounds. Property and a sound. Property and a sound. Okay, so we need to redo these. First one is going to be water. So Sorry about that, guys. Got to set all this back up. So very simple. Just follow along. Do it before, or just look at the in the page. I have to redo it. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of goofing this all up, but figuring out the same way y'all are. Okay, so we're doing this whether we like it or not, right? Okay, I believe that's shark. Nope, that's game over. Oops, my bad. Cancel that one. Let's go to game over. Sound. We can minimize this one now. Oh, no, hang on. Sound. Let's put that as background sound so we know what it is. Minimize. We're going to name this one Game Over Sound. Okay, and that's got the game over sound. And it's play end. We're going to set that to 2. I wish they would at least tell you, what you need to, where you need to put them. They might have, I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so the property is going to be game over. And we're going to set that to true. True. Okay. Alright, and then scroll down a little bit because now I got to add the short sound. Short. There we go. We'll put that up to 2. It is play end. And I believe which one had 3? 0.3. Okay, we gotta check that one. It's not 2, it's 0.3. Here we go. Maybe because it was too loud. And okay, so now we have this all set back. I'm gonna open them back up so you can see them. Okay, we got the original scene. It's got to be in that. Here goes your water, which is your background sound. You want to set it for end loop end, volume to 2. Okay, you can even change the pitch if you'd like. Then we got the game over sound, which is play end and set at 0.3 because that is really loud. Okay, then we put in a property to assign. Yeah, it was assigned. Okay, assign game over to true. Okay, and then we've got our shark sound, which is play end, and it's volume of 2. Okay, so we're going to set, SG game over goes to game over and property. So we're going to say game over and property. Okay, and this one's going to play the background sound. Okay, so your always is going to play your background sound and play your scene. Okay, your game over is going to trigger the game over sound, and it's going to tell it to go to true. Okay, so that's that one. The property, I've got a property in there. Yeah, okay, the property is equal to game over equals false. Property is game over equals false. Let's put that in false. Okay. All right, that's going to trigger it to go false whenever it's done. But we also have the message of shark here. Here. And I do have the game over property. Yes, okay. And that is shark. MSG shark. Okay, that's what it was. So it's the message MSG. So we can fix that now. Okay, so that's message game over. That's message shark. Okay, and that is our property that says game is not over. So game is not over. Property. Okay, saying that the game is not over yet. Okay, that's equal. Okay, so we got that all set. So game is not over connects to the first one, which is this one. The message shark is connected to the shark sound, which is right there, but this one also connects to that one. See, so you have the message in the not game over and the message in not game over. If both of those are correct, if these two are correct or are true, then it will play this game over sound and it will do the property equals game over. And same thing with this one, but it's just going to stop playing the sharp sound. So let's see what happens. Okay, we got it all in there. Okay, so let's bring this on back down. We're going to hit play. Okay, so it ain't playing any of the sounds now. Didn't play any of the sounds. So I'm just going to let y'all figure out that part. We've got to the final. Let's switch over so you can see what I'm seeing. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so the final file is in the game6.blend file if you want to actually look at that end file and figure it out and see what you come up with. Then we're going to go, where do we go from here? The game is complete. The final files are in book chapter 2, final game blend. Okay. The modular approach we took allows for easy customization of the individual elements of the game. As you advance in the book, you should try to keep evolving the game files. Create new user interface, create multiple shark animations, change all your assets. If you want to share your version of the Feed the Shark game, please host it online and send us a link. We'll send them a link. Okay? And I would like to see your link as well, too. So if you want to post a link to your shark game that you made and you think you did really cool with it and you like it, I would love to see it. Because I think it's cool when you've actually completed your first game. Okay? That is a huge step in game development. A lot of game devs do not finish their work. You must finish it. If you want to start a game project, it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you finish it. I created GTA Z and GTA Z2 from a tutorial that I had watched, and I had built it even more and changed it up. And I put it out there, and people were like, "Oh, you finished the game! You finished the game!" And at first, I didn't understand why. I mean, I got a great accomplishment of finishing it because it's done. But the thing is, when you finish a game, you feel more complete. You did something and you completed something. If you just leave it off to the side and forget all about it, and then hey, things happen. I understand that, but if you finish it, you'll have closure, and that's the whole thing. If you're going to build a game, build it to completion, build it to closure, because that's what's going to make a good good game dev. Okay, you don't have to, if you're trying to build games, but trust me on this, you'll want to make sure that you complete the game. Okay, so I would like to see your work. Okay, if there's not enough contributions, we will make them available on the book's homepage. If there's enough contributions. Okay, so that ends chapter 2. Okay, we finished it. We can now close out of that chapter of the book because we no longer need it. Yay! Okay, now we're going to go to be helpful if I use the right one. So let's kick over here real quick. Actually, there we go. Kick over to here. So that's about going to end it for this time around. We're going to start off next week with chapter 3. Okay, which is logic bricks. We're all learning this together. Just remember, if you're building a game, build it to completion. Enjoy what you're doing. Have fun with it. If you can't have fun with it and it aggravates you, then it might not be your choice to do. Okay, you may not want to do it. So get in there and have fun. Enjoy it. If you can't enjoy it, don't do it. Build it to completion or don't build it at all. That's the trick to game deving. A lot of people don't understand that who are just starting out. It took me several years to do that. I still got projects I haven't even finished that it's going to take me years to do, but I'm going to one day build them, and I'm slowly but surely learning my processes and learning how to do this. You can too. You built the game now. This is your game. You can do whatever you want with it. Build onto it. Add more to it. Okay? So until next time.